All right. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Man, what a day. Got a good one in today. Very humid out here, just like I like it. Chasing that 103, trying to keep this invisible muscle that we don't see, keep it strong. Hey, folks, ain't gonna hold you long. Try to help somebody out here. You know, you have a lot of conversation with friends, and whether it's male or female, and we talking about us black folks, us colored folks. Yeah, we talk about us and how we can get to start back loving again. I see a lot of distrust in our culture, in our society, with our black men and black women. I saw something yesterday. I was at the Nike outlet. I had to go out and get some supplies out there. Didn't want to go, but I needed to go. Had to go. And I was on the aisle, and there was a white woman there. And with my skill set, what I do, uh, you can tell that the woman was a good woman, for what I can say. She was happy, like, you know. And the first thing I said, she must have done dealt with some black folk before. That's what I said. And I turned down the other aisle because I was looking vigorously, trying to get out of there because there's only so many can be in that store. And I come back around, and lo and behold, I saw a little stroller there, little one that was in the stroller, and there was a man there. Yeah, a black man. I looked, I spoke, he spoke back at me, and I saw this peace on his face. And I put two and two together. I mean, I looked, you know, they were married and everything. I said, you know, this is where color has no barrier. Love has no color barrier. The point I'm making, I've been seeing this a long time. I've been telling you black women some things. Before this virus hit, most of the restaurants and place of business that I had visited, I've seen 60% out of 100 mixed couples, black men and different nationality women, whether they black or Hispanic. They're saying something, folks. They're saying something. This man had a piece, and you can see her piece, and he might be having hell at home. But usually what's happening at home shows outside when you get outside. And folks, you know, some people you can fool and some folks you can't. And I'm saying this, I see this on my timeline. A lot of our single black women, we either have children or we're on here and we're not in nobody's relationship, we're not married to nobody. And we seem to be upset. Them been through some bad relationships. And you're afraid to take a chance or to go on and move into another relationship because it may be like the other one. That's some trauma done. Our black men are the same way. They have been through a lot of relationships with our black women. And most black women don't go through this, but the black man does. Go through, if he find out the woman is cheating on him, yeah. Then there's coming restraining orders, order protections. And then if it's a baby involved, then there's child support. But keep in mind, nobody's married though. I don't know where this concept coming from. We get children before we get married. It's got to come from the demon. It don't come from him. And then we can find out where the clauses are down here. And somehow, black men are scared to get back in their relationship, get back into the, you know, they go outside their race, which is nothing wrong with it. You find love anywhere. But isn't it sad that a black man and black woman cannot get together because they're afraid of some disloyalty and the cheating game that's out here, no trust. And this is coming from, and then once you go out here and you get beat up several times psychologically, hello, then you miss your blessing. There are a lot of so-called males out here using their so-called professional skills to lure women in to get in a relationship. They start manipulating their minds. And some of these women, it's based on this looks, the sexual anonymity, and get caught up. And this what happens when you believe it into the universe. And these ancestors are believing in nothing at all. If you was walking with him, he's going to show you not what that man is driving, but what's driving him. Same thing, black man. We get confused out here looking at woman's beauty, a big old behind and a smile, and we get caught up in this thing. And her heart is dark and black. Hello. Yeah, Jezebel spirit. If you don't know what that means, open your book and look that up. Then you're in a hard time because you did not have him to look on the inside of that person. You're just looking on the outside. You know, I was told a long time ago by Mr. Wright, he said, George, everything's shining gold. See, this woman can have a body by Fisher, but a mind by Mattel, which is a toy company. Folks, this is real out here. We're choosing things that's detrimental to our lives. And then we're afraid. Now we start, don't believe in him, then now we're believing in the universe and ancestor stuff that have you set up for same-sex, relationships. Have you pacified and thinking it's okay and it's all right. He ain't with that. But we need to find something that's gonna make us feel good though. We need to find something that's it's gonna sound good. Hello. Come on, folks. This is what happens when you don't have him. You fall for everything. I don't need no gimmicks to get no woman out here. Let me say that again. I don't need no training gimmicks, no other kind of gimmicks, no nutrition gimmicks to get no woman. Maybe I need to say that one more time. I do not need any training gimmicks or any other gimmicks to get no woman. I know who I am. I know who raised me. I know where I'm coming from. Not where I know I've been. There's folks in the ground put time into me and to my brother. So if you can't take it straight up like it is, there's no hidden clauses. There's no fine print. Because I'm operating off of him. I got to deal with him. I got to see him. It's like a spade game. I can fool you. I can come around, I can mess with you for a minute. I can try to trick you. But I got to go see him. I got to go see him. I done ran all out of spades. And he's holding that big joker. But the thing is, when I get to him, and if I'm walking right with him, and there ain't no spade on the table, because keep in mind, I don't have one. Ain't nothing being played. But I need that book. He ain't gonna throw that joke on me. He'll throw a diamond down there, a heart, or a club that I could beat. That's the difference, folks, when you walking with him and not the universe and these ancestors out here. Folks, we're approaching these relationships with fear. I have never seen this much fear amongst black people. We're scared of the white man about putting his knee on our neck. We're afraid of dying. John Lewis wasn't. I wonder why John Lewis wasn't. Was it just because he was a civil rights leader? No. He had something he was operating with. He wasn't afraid, and we have so much fear, and that tells me we operating off the demon out here. We're afraid to get in relationships because we don't have him. We don't even know what we're looking for. Some of our single women trying to build empires without a king. Who does that? What fool does that? Kingdoms are built with kings and queens. Empires are overthrown and they come down, folk. This is why that black man in Nike had a sense of calm. Our black women has got something mixed up. I don't know where this come from. See, this woman is looking for a man to lead. And some black women are looking for men to lead. But there's a lot of black women out here hollering, I don't need no man. I can get my own big house by myself. Get my own. You can do all these things and be making $300,000-$400,000 a year and still out here alone. Two things gonna happen without him. You're gonna be a booty call, or you're gonna go to the alternative lifestyle of lesbianism. And then you sitting right next on the demon chain back here. Because he don't care nothing about you. He got you where he wants you. Running from him. And men that's following him. Now you got to stand and show up who you are. Because see, he'll pull all this fake stuff off of you. It's called purging. He'll make you go through some things. He'll take you through some things. And you're going to find out who you are and what you're doing. And what you're standing on. And who you standing on. I'm talking about either him or that demon back there. Gotta get out of here, folks. That's on my mind. So much fear to get in relationships. Our black women are chasing a dollar. And pray tell we have children back here. We don't put kings in front of them, we're putting jokers. It's a difference between a pimp and a king. Hello. Yeah, it's a difference between whores and queens out here, folks. It's a difference. And this is not black society, but we're worried about what the white man is doing. I'm not worried about what the white man is doing. I said the other day, I'd rather be killed by a white man than my own supposedly be black brother. And it's happening every day. Our own supposed to be black sisters that take warrants and things out on our black brothers. Send them to jail, yeah, because they're not paying child support. But you lay down with him though. What you thought was gonna change him? That down there? Yeah. Good luck with that. Don't nothing change a man or woman but him. Not the universe, not these ancestors back here. There's no power, there's no strength, there's no stability. Once you get past the idea of fear and dying and standing for something, you own to something. And it takes him to do that. You can't do it all by yourself. John Lewis went by himself. These men and women, they marched with something. They meant something. They dignity, their name meant something. We're right here, right now, where our name and our dignity don't mean anything. But we're looking for so much. We're looking for so much to be respected by the white man, the Indians, the Hispanics, the Orientals. We're looking to be respected, but we don't respect ourselves. We don't respect our family. We don't respect our mother's name. We don't respect our father's name. And we laying down having children without being married out here. Those are bastard children. That's what he called it. And we wonder why we're not a tight-knit family and there's no love out here. Our young girls grow up and our young boys grow up not being told they're being loved by their parents. So they get out in the streets looking for love and in gang activity, lesbianism, homosexuality amongst these black folks. When we come from an era, 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, some parts of the 70s, believing in him, trusting in him. Now we done made $1 too. We don't need, some of our black women don't need our black men as kings. So that's the demon back there. That's that blue pill. That's that thing where you think you got a big old ribeye, juicy ribeye, chewing on it. Actually out there, it's a pencil. And you start to think you're gonna swallow this nice, tasty, seasoned steak. And it's the splinters from a pencil. And the wood is all in your throat and you're choking and dying on your own blood. You got 30 seconds to live because you've been bamboozled for believing in stuff that's not real. Hello, folks. I know I took a lot of time with this. I care about my black folk. We're not thinking. We're not using this apparatus up here called the brain. And we're not loving. Back in the 50s and 60s, we were called the people of love. What changed all that? We got away from him. We don't want him no more to death come or to something tragic come. Then we be hollering for him. It's a disgrace. But we looking to be respected as black people. And we saying Black Lives Matter, but we steady more killing one another. We can't love one another. We can't marry one another. We can't trust one another. And I leave with this. That man in that Nike store, he was happy. And it wasn't about the color of the woman. It was about the inside of that woman. What type of spirit she was carrying. She had a peaceful spirit, what I saw. A lot of our black women out here angry, shifty, shaky, fearful. Some of our black men the same way, disrespecting our sisters. Think it's sex all the time, every time. Can't even meet a woman down the street, you got to talk about your self-anatomy. That's the lack of a man. That's a joker. Who are breeding these jokers out here, not breeding kings out here? Who? Is it the white man? But I thought black minds matter. Who's breeding these whores out here, these booty calls out here? Is it the white man? I thought all black lives matter. Who are breeding this? Yeah. We got a lot to work with before we worry about another nationality respecting us. We don't respect ourselves. We demanding something from another race or another races that we can't even do ourselves. We need to sit down and get our house in order. The GFI switch has been hit, which is called this pandemic. There is something greater. You don't see it. There's something greater that's coming, and we're not going to be ready. Black women is on the standstill. I see these little posts out here. You single women tell me we can't hug nobody because of this pandemic. Why come you can't? All this time, before this pandemic, you haven't set yourself up for greatness? You ought to have a man, a husband, where you wouldn't have to say that. But fear makes you run around. But see, the curtain done fell. Some of our black women were out here running around in groups. Vacation spots where husband and wives supposed to go, but you have a bunch of group of black women there. Oh, I'm hitting it. Wait, where's the man? Where's the king? The book says it is hard to kick against the pricks. It's hard to go against him. Mr. Wright said this. He said, George, our arms as a society are too short to box with God. Who? The I am, the self-existing one. Yeah, I like that. Many names, but the same God of yesterday and the same God today. Folks, let's get ourselves together. Let's get ourselves together. There's something greater. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming, and we're not ready yet because we're still trying to chase that pathetic lifestyle that we were doing. We're trusting in this universe. We're trusting in our looks. We're trusting in the bank account and not trusting in him. And he finna pull the card to it. He already done pulled a switch. 150-some thousand people dead of this virus. Folks are dying, and we still ain't ready yet. What is it gonna take? Is it gonna take you to get on your deathbed to contemplate your life then? Quit being scared out here. Quit being so fearful. It's a copy out here. Get into your copy and let him talk to you like he talks to me. Till next time.